We all become aware of death pretty early on. You know, maybe you like accidentally step on a bug when you're like a toddler and the bug stops moving, and then an adult has to explain to you. You start to realize that if bugs can die and pets can die, then people can die. So the people that are in your life, there's a preconceived subconscious notion that this is how long this person is going to be in my life. And when I was 17 years old, I had not considered the possibility that my older brother, who was 20, could stop being in my life. Without getting, fuck it, I'm gonna get detailed. I was gonna say without getting detailed, but this is what this video is for. My brother was driving a car, a 1996 Ford Explorer. We later found out this car is notorious for having a bad center of gravity, flipping, and oftentimes killing people. He was going over 70, maybe over 80, I don't remember anymore, miles per hour on a gravel road in the countryside over a holiday weekend with his friends after they just got ice cream. The car flipped over the top of a hill, landed in the woods, hit a tree, and killed 2 people, injuring everybody in the car. We were not far behind on this road. I think we were about 10 or 15 minutes after the fact when we pulled up. The police were already there. They stopped us from going any further. They directed us to this other field where we awaited medical vehicles. The first people that got brought out were hurt really badly. And then the people that got brought out later were not hurt as bad. So we assumed, okay, maybe it's the people that need the least amount of attention are getting brought out last. And what it actually meant was they're fucking dead. We went to go see my brother, and the first thing that I noticed was that it literally smelled. Like it had that smell. And I just couldn't believe that that was coming from him. They pulled the blanket down and you saw all this like blood caked to his forehead, and my mom started crying. And then I also remember being shocked that she wanted to hug him. Cause I mean, I can't emphasize enough, like it was disgusting. And that was her baby, and that's how much she loved him. It didn't matter what state he was in. She hugged him, she kissed him on the cheek. And the reason I go into so much detail is I hope, without being too verbally triggering, I hope that I can give someone else an idea of what that's like. I don't think until anyone experiences their own versions of these kinds of events, there's no way to describe the emotions of something. You start to realize that life is very fragile. You see people come and go. You have these interactions day to day. And all of a sudden it becomes very clear that these moments will never come back. And so there's a limited amount of moments in a day. And it's like this stack of Polaroids. And you can't keep every single memory. You just can't. It just can't. That's not how it works. And so you kind of start getting rid of things in your brain, mentally. And your family is always supposed to be there. So I didn't put work into it. Out of my little binder of Polaroid images, out of my little stack of Polaroids, I would throw away all the ones of my brother. And I wouldn't really go out of my way to make new little Polaroids with him because I didn't care yet. I was like, oh, you know, I will get older and that'll be that. Right before he died was the first time in my life that I tried to really develop a relationship with him. There's no good way for someone to die. But the way he died was really bad. The best way I know how to keep him alive is to keep my memories of him alive. And when I look in the memory bank, there's not a lot left. I think the mistake that people make around me all the time, and the mistake I'll find myself making even, is to assume that I know the most that someone has to give. Choosing to be nuanced, choosing to love people no matter who they are, no matter what they believe, is not just a choice, but it's essential. Well, you start to realize that no one knows what the fuck they're doing. And that to make up for this really scary deficit, we oftentimes resort to things that are simple. Maybe if I live in this city and do this thing and accomplish this goal, maybe then my life will be complete. But that doesn't help you when you're really sad. And none of that stuff matters to you when you're happy. These big and little ideas all disappear in the moment. And ultimately, it's those moments that make up life.
Gotta go practice.